Hey guys, so my name is Aaron and I'm going to answer the question, will the price of silver/gold go up? And the answer is yes. Let me explain. But first of all, let me say that it's not going to go up like, it obviously won't be a straight line like that, it's just like anything else. It's a market. So it's going to go up and down, but over time it's going to increase. And the reason for that is gold and silver is tied to the worth of a currency of a country. And the more the currency of a country loses value, the more the price of gold and silver goes up. Gold and silver doesn't go up and down just because it's tied to the worth of a country. Now, in theory, there could form a gold and silver bubble, which means that gold and silver would increase past what it's worth because of speculation, but that's not what's happening now, and that really hasn't happened to the best of my knowledge. So let me explain this to you. So, we're going to make up and say that the United States has a total of $1 trillion in circulation. Now, what's that $1 trillion fighting for? That $1 trillion is fighting for goods and services. Now, as long as this money supply is not messed with, the price of goods and services will stay the same. There's actually not inflation. Like, as long as this money isn't tampered with, inflation wouldn't happen. The prices of everything would stay the same. And the price of gold and silver would stay the same. Now, what messes it up is when this money supply is added from or subtracted from. Now, who adds money to the money supply? That's the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is the third central bank in the United States, and they can print money out of thin air. So when the Federal Reserve prints money out of thin air, and you see them do this all the time. You know, the banks had their bailouts. You know, remember that, where all the banks get all this money? Where did that money come from? That came from the Federal Reserve printing money and giving it to the banks. Well, when they did that, that increased the money supply. So let's say that after all those bailouts, we now had $2 trillion of money in the United States after all those bailouts got done. That $2 trillion is fighting for the same goods and services. And because of that, these goods and services, the prices of these goods and services would about double. They'd basically double. The price of gold and silver would increase. It would increase about twice as much because it increased the money supply. And they're increasing because the value of the U.S. dollar is dropped. It dropped because it cut in half. Okay, so the United States currency went from $1 trillion to $2 trillion. So because of that, it became worth half of what it originally was worth because it's twice the same amount of money in circulation. Because of that, gold and silver would go up. Now, what happens is the Federal Reserve has all these projects they do. One of them is QE3. You probably heard about it. QE3 means they're printing $85 billion a month, every single month, to buy bonds from the United States. So because of that, the Federal Reserve is going to add $85 billion a month to this total amount of money, making the money supply go up. And as the money supply increases every single month, the value of the dollar becomes worth less and less and less and less. Every time you hear stimulus package, bailout, anything QE3, anything the Federal Reserve is doing to print more money, that's going to increase the money supply, meaning the money is going to be fighting for the same goods and services, which means these go up, and the gold and silver will continue to go up as well. And I just want to clear that up again. It's not that the gold and silver is going up. The price of the dollar is continuing to go down as the Federal Reserve prints more and more money. And because of that, the value, the worth of gold and silver continues to go up. And as long as the Federal Reserve is in existence, they will continue to print money like they've been doing since 1913, which means the price of gold will continue to go up. You have to remember, the price of gold used to be $35, and now it's way, way, way over $1,000, and it will continue to go up. So to answer your question, will the price of gold / silver go up? Yes, and it will continue to go up. It won't go up in a straight line, but over time, just like it's been doing for the last 60 plus years, it will go up, and it will continue to go up. If you enjoyed this video, I got a bunch of other videos too talking about money, the economy, different things like that. And you can find that just by clicking on my videos from right next to my name underneath this video.